Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman, Adventures with Rhiannon, Kynseed Retired Slow Play, part number 8. And we're going to take up right where we left off last time. I'm really trying to get myself into a routine each day so that I don't forget certain things. Because it's like there's so many things to do, so many adventures, so many side quests, so much. It's really easy to miss some of these really important things. For example, feeding something to the brownie bowl. And if you don't feed the brownie bowl, then you have all kinds of problems. So right now I still have a pig, and so I need to feed my pig, and I always feed the dandelions because I almost immediately get some fertilizer. So thank you so much, pig. And the fertilizer, still not sure what it does. I don't know that anyone really knows what it does yet. If this is the first time you're watching this game, you've never played it yourself, this is a relatively new game. It came out the first week of December of 2022. And at that time, and as of now, there's so much that is unknown. And as people play it and figure stuff out, more and more will be known as we go along. In the description of my videos, I am putting links that are very helpful to you. I have the official Kynseed webpage there. That page also has a wiki that they've started working on, but it's kind of incomplete. Doesn't have as much stuff as they want and we want yet. There's also a wiki, a fandom wiki that I've put a link to. That one's kind of got a little more information, really, if you're looking for help there. There's also an ingredient spreadsheet link, and at the time of this recording, that was a pretty well laid out spreadsheet that, for instance, if you're doing alchemy and you need an ingredient that has healing, but you haven't found a proverb for all of your ingredients yet, which is going to take pretty much, I think, your entire life playing this game, then you can look up at the ingredients and go ahead and use them even though you don't know what they do, and it will create the product you're trying to create. And then the other last link I have is the official Discord channel, which is just an amazing group of people that are more than willing to help. And there's all kinds of different sections of that Discord channel for newbies and spoilers. People want to post things that you may not want to see that are really special, then they put it in that section. So there's all kinds of sections there. But you might take a look there. I've really used the Discord quite a bit to help me figure stuff out. Today is the day we need to make offerings to the goddesses. And as you can see, there's basically different goddesses do different things, and you get a boon and a curse. If you select the boon, then there's going to be a matching curse to go with it. So what you have to do when you're getting ready to make your offerings is kind of look through these, and it will change depending upon what's going on in your game at the given time. So for instance, each collected crop adds 2 additional quality stars, but the downside to that is there'll be no fruits or berries growing on the farm. So you kind of have to really plan that out or think about it, where you're at in the game, what's going on at the present time. There's ones for battling, and you just have to read through these and kind of pick what's going to help. The bottom line is that you absolutely must do some kind of offering at the goddess on the 7th and the 14th of each month. If you don't, bad things happen. So you don't want to mess that. So I'm doing a low chance of harvestables to grow 2, but the fruits are only 1 from each tree or bush, and I made that offering. And then I thought, I'll look at other ones. You only have to do 1, but you may want to look and see. Maybe there's other things that would be helpful. I've done 3 many times in my playthroughs, or my 2 times. I started 1, I didn't get very far, and so I started over, and I got a little bit further than I am right now, and that's when I realized, oh my gosh, I've got to share this with my subscribers. This game is amazing. So that's why I started over again. So but many times I'll do 3 if I have 3 and I have the right offerings and it would help me out. I love this low chance to find seeds with a sickle. And so you can see I made 3 offerings. I love that. Look at those. And it shows you kind of a summary and say, here's your offerings. And those are good for 1 week. So in 7 days, we'll come back and do more. I really love this where you can get seeds, and you can get a ton of seeds with this particular blessing. And I have found, look at the iris seed, it's going to give you seeds you've never seen before. As far as I know, and this is as far as I know, I have not confirmed this, I think you can get all the seeds. It gives me seeds I've never seen before. It gives me seeds I've never heard of before. So I love it. And the downside is I don't get squat done because I'm always cutting down the grass and weeds because I want the seeds. And it's just, I mean, seeds cost you to buy them, but I can get them for free. And I'm all about free. I'm all about getting my monies up. There's a barley seed I've never seen before. I know it existed, like turnip seed. So again, all of these seeds would have cost me money, but I can get them for free by just swinging my sickle around. And so, and it gives you out of season ones too. A date location, Jabberjaw, that's a strange date location. What that's for is when you are in the place where you're ready to start finding a mate, you can take them on a date and they will use one of these random date locations and ask you to take them there. So I don't know why that would be one, but it was. Very, very funny. I am checking my items here because one of the things that is pretty important to focus on is your relationships with the various peoples of the town of Quill, and they call them Quillians, and give them gifts. And you'll get friendship points, like that just was a little bit bump up with Hazelnut, and they tell you things. Sometimes it's really important things, sometimes it's not matter. This was a pike rating tip information that will go in my log so that when I want to know something about pikes, I can pull it up and I'll see information there. And so your relationships, you want to work on them because they will send you gifts and they will give you information. And some of the characters have these special chests in their house that if you are good enough friends with them and you keep talking to them, they will give you the code for the chest. And there's all kinds of items in those chests. Do you see there it said pork chop and carrot? Someone told me that Toby Jug liked those 2 things. So I was able to give him something that he likes, and I get more friendship points with that. And so he's given me some information, and there's a lot of backstory here. And in future recordings, I'm going to slow down so I can read this information. And also I will be reading the books, not the proverbs, those little square glowy pieces of paper, because you don't need to see them in the moment. You're not going to remember them. When you need information about whatever your proverb was about, you can look it up later. So I'm not going to take your time to do that. So I'm just kind of running around talking to people and giving a few gifts away. Some people, I click on the NPC information to see if by chance I have any information that they either like something or dislike something. And he's going to tell us a secret. I heard Melanie Jug likes berry bright bread. So now if I go look at Melanie Jug's information, it'll tell me that information. So I got the piece of good information from him about that person. So I don't have a ton of stuff, and I don't have a lot of gifting and stuff to give out. Because I haven't run around and gathered things yet, really. So I'm trying to be careful here, because if you give someone something they don't like, your friendship points go down. And you also are working on your reputation. So as you are talking with these people, as you are doing quests with these people, your reputation is going up. And that's a good thing, because obviously that's kind of the goal, is to go up. I'm still working on trying to get money that I need for my goal. My big goal is to save up 500 brass so that I can purchase a shop. And you can sell things a lot of ways, a number of ways. You can go into shops like this general store, and I can sell, in this case, they had up to 25 brass where I could sell things. You could go on market days and sell things on market days. So there's a number of ways that you can do that to continually be increasing your income. And I'm trying to make sure I'm not selling anything that I need to take to twig to increase my fishing skills. You can check these market boards. And let's see, Herbert Lemon wants grave lilac. And I wasn't sure if I had any. I thought I did. So again, I'm trying to do things that I know that I have. So it's like, okay, do I have one of those? I think I do. The cooking ones, I get 20 friendship points, but I have to deliver something between 5 and 8 p.m. And so while I will do some of those in the future, maybe as I get kind of a routine down, I'm a routine kind of person, then I may do some of those. So because cooking isn't horrible. What you just saw is if you hit F1, if you make one of your tasks to be highlighted and you put I think it's called the that away, which is kind of a tongue-in-cheek for that away. It'll tell you where you can go. This one told me to come right here. One of the super cool features is the mailboxes. The mailboxes, almost every home has a mailbox, and you can see I could deliver it to him and I didn't have to go find him. I know where he's at, but I didn't have to go find him. So I was able to deliver it to it. I got the friendship points and my reputation went up. The only downside is that you don't talk to the person right then, and they may give you a tidbit of information, and that's okay. I can find them later. So I reset my that away. I wanted to make sure I had whatever it was, and I'm constantly checking my stuff. Yes, I did have a grave lilac. I was pretty sure that I did. So again, I set my that away and say, where do I go to give this to the person? And it will kind of get you in the vicinity, more or less. Sometimes it takes you just to the particular town, and sometimes it does what it did just before, where it took me to their mailbox and said, hey, here's their mailbox. And I could have looked around, given it to them directly, or I can just drop it in their mailbox. I love that that feature. It saves you a lot of time. And then, of course, I got sidetracked again because there's some weeds to cut down or whatever these are, and I can get seeds. And I'm addicted to getting seeds. So it takes me a long time during this week of the seeds, I like to call it, because I'm just collecting seeds. And I do want to become a farmer. I want to have all the seeds and plant all kinds of things because they could be used for cooking. They can be used for all kinds of things. And this one stopped me right here. I was like, oh, wait, here's Herbert Lemon. I'm right at his house. So I could go to his mailbox, or I could see him. He's right there. So might as well just give it to him right there. And he also wants to have a conversation. And he says, stay away. What? I'm feeling particularly mischievous today. Could you give 3 people squeamish? These are like negative things that you would do to people, and I don't want to do that, so I said no. But I'll give him the grave lilac that he requested, and that's going to help us. Perfect, nice one. He's going to give me 5 brass for it, thank you, and I got 5 reputation points. And so some of these quests and things are negative, and I do not like doing the negative ones. They want you to play pranks on people or they're just negative things, and I don't want to do that. I'm trying to increase my relationships, not hurt them. So that's why I was like, no thanks. And you can turn down quests. It doesn't hurt your relationship with that person to turn things down at all. And so I'm kind of looking through. Some of these menus are a little bit hard to get used to. Even after I got used to them or get used to them, I'm still kind of searching around looking for things. I did have a rainbow mushroom. I was looking for it to make sure I had it, and I do. And sidetrack. Let's get some seeds. Again, this is a wonderful benefit if you want to be a farmer and you want to not have to pay. Every single one of those, they're like 4 seeds or 4 brass per seed, and it's like, no, I can get them for free by doing this with the goddess. And so it may take me a while on this particular week. Look at that, cave wort seeds. I mean, again, the first time you come across something, it's going to pop up a little window and say something about it. So that was the first time I had seen that cave wort seed. So everybody's got their own way of playing. And I've watched a number of people that are doing doing playthroughs or live streams, and it's very interesting to see the differences. And the really cool thing is that there is no right or wrong way to play. And you could tell by the titles of my episodes, oops, that one went in the water, check this out. You get something in the water, fish it out. Isn't that cool? fishing is awesome. There's no right or wrong way to play. I'm a retired senior, and so I play retired. It's called a retired slow play for that reason. I'm not power gaming. I'm not trying to do things the fastest of anyone. I don't care. I'm enjoying this journey, and this game is fabulous for being able to do that. The only time constraints that you're going to have is the goddesses. Obviously, you need to make sure that you give your goddess the offerings every 7 days. And when we get into the marriage part, which is going to be a little while, then the marriage part has some time constraints on the 1 week prior to a wedding. So when we get there, I'll show you that so that it makes better sense and I'm not just rambling about it for no reason. So again, we're following our little fairies trying to tell us where to go, and that, to me, that's a wonderful feature, having those little fairies. When I first started playing, I did not learn about those little fairies. I didn't. You've got to read everything. It told me somewhere about it, right? But I missed it completely, and I played all the way through the prologue, which is as a child. It's your year as a child, through becoming adult, all the way up to getting married at I think it was age 20, and I still didn't know that. And then I happened to see it on another playthrough, and I thought, how did I absolutely miss that? And so I started over again because I thought, I'm going to start over again. So hopefully I'm not going to start over again ever. I want to just keep playing this playthrough, and I want to keep sharing it with you, and I'll keep sharing those tidbits with me, because that way makes life so much easier. Oh, you stinky little fish, you get back over here. So it just makes life so much easier, so that when you're looking for something, you may not need it later on as you know your way around better, but especially in the beginning, it's very, very useful. So it's on a computer, it's the F1 key. Assuming, of course, you have set a that or way on a particular task or quest. And you can just follow it along to help you get in the vicinity where you need to be. And as you can see, I'm just kind of looking around at the water here. I'm thinking, are there any other fish that I can catch? I know my that or way will get me back on track when I'm ready to get back on track. In the meantime, oh yeah, there's a proverb about tomatoes. I saw it, and I'd been trying to reach it with my fishing rod, and I couldn't. And I thought, oh, I'll just walk up there. Well, when I walk up there, then I see all these weeds. And it's like, okay, I'm going to chop the weeds down. So again, we'll get there sooner or later, wherever we're heading. And oh, look at all these. All kinds of seeds. Yes. And they're free. So I just love it. Cabbage, leeks, all kinds of things. So, eventually you'll just end up with all the seeds you could possibly need. I don't know if there's any seeds that you can't get this way. I've asked, and no one seems to know the answer to the question. So I'm going to assume you can, until someone proves me wrong. Again, there's so many things that we don't know, and we'll find out as we go. Part of it is the adventure, right? The exploration. It's like, oh, look at those fish. And the area I'm standing right there is a burial area. When Uncle Bill passes, there was a little, a little cut scene with your sibling, where they show that this is where you basically a water burial at sea, burial at pond. I'm not sure what the answer is. And so anyway, I had to kind of come around back here, and I'd seen that there were some fish, and you can see I'm doing a terrible job with my aiming. I'm mostly ending up on the side of the beach or the deck. Fishing is one of my most favorite activities. I absolutely love it. I do not know what these words are above my head. It looks like I'm making sounds, but I don't think you can actually hear it. I was very confused by that. I thought, what, did I hit a setting or something that's making that? I have no idea. I suppose we'll find out. I don't think I'm cursed in any way. I've made my offerings. So, oh my gosh. And I love it when I hit my fishing pole, and that's not what I was trying to do. I'm trying to get the weeds here so I can get some seeds. And it's getting a little bit dark, so I don't want to be around too much. I don't want to be not home too late after dark because I can't see. This is a air pond. It's another date location that your intended might want to come to. I do know there is a necessity to fish at night and do other things at night because things only happen at nighttime. So I'm getting double fish. Look at that. That is so awesome. And so I understand the need, but when it's super, super dark and I can't see, then it's like, okay, I'm out of here. I'm home because I can't see. So some things you have to do at night, like fishing and getting different types of fish. And so we'll kind of see what we get here. Oh, what do we got? Look at that. Oh man, we're getting double fish. Did I click that as one of my blessings? Not sure, but I'm grateful because all of these we can sell. So that's awesome. And in the meantime, let's see what we can get with our little handy dandy Sith here. Oh my gosh. Oh, and the proverb. So we're going to pick that up again. I'm not going to take the time to read the proverbs. So when I need something related to the proverb, I will look it up. In the meantime, I thought, oh, there's some more fish right here. So again, you know, on the way home, we're going to stop and get a few things on the way home. One thing I would have wanted to mention regarding the fishing or anything that's like this, I heard was watching a playthrough of someone that was talking about the fishing and that they didn't. Oh, awesome! A nightberry. That they didn't. You know, they thought that people wouldn't want to watch someone standing around fishing, and then they proceeded to go into a mine and were mining. So to me, there's no difference. If I'm playing, this is what I'm doing. So, you know, the only time I cut things out is if I am completely lost and I waste a truckload of time trying to get found. So that is the only time that I will cut something out for your purposes so that you don't have to see it. I'm not live streaming. I'm recording, obviously, and doing a voiceover on it. So, I mean, this is what I did in the game. And here's the thing. I also put chapter markings in the game. So, and really those chapter markings for this game in particular are going to be highlighting things. So something interesting that I did, something new. So for instance, in a recent episode, number 5, I think it was, I had gone to see some masters, some of the master trainers, and so I put a chapter marking there, so if you wanted to go find that, you can go find that. So you can skip ahead if you want to, but I'm going to fish, and that's one of the things I enjoy, and it becomes really important later on for me. But for, you know, for the future, I don't want to do too many spoilers for you, because there's so many people that have not watched this game. But in future, the fishing will be important to me. So it's getting pretty dark here, but I can see well enough. I probably should have turned my lantern on. I'll try to remember to do that in the future because it makes it easier for me to see, but it also makes it easy for you to see on why I'm still hanging out in this fish pond right here and not doing very well. So it's like, okay, I give up. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully we won't get too sidetracked on the way home. Not making any promises. It's like, okay, we'll try this one. This one's always got some interesting fish. See, look at that. What the heck? I don't know what that is. Hopefully I'll figure it out soon. If you know, please put in the comments what it is, because I may not have figured it out by the time I'm doing future recordings. So please tell me what that was and why it's happening. So I don't know. Maybe I hit a key setting. There's so many things we don't know about this game, which I think is fun. It's the first time that I've played a game where I haven't researched everything down to the smallest detail, leaving very little for me to discover. So in this case, I'm kind of forced into that discovery because there is so little known. So I am watching some other players that have played through that are more power gamers that have done other things, and it's saved me some hassles, like learning about the thater way and other things that I've learned along the way. So otherwise, we're just kind of exploring this world together, and I think it's going to take quite a long time because in theory, this game has no ending, because at the 50-year mark, I'm going to die. That's not a shock because it tells you that when you sign your contract with Fairweather. He tells you that you're going to die at age 50 and that your heir will take over. Well, I would assume that's perpetual, that you can just keep, it says you can just go on, it's your legacy, and your family will just go on, and they will inherit your skills, they inherit your farm and your money and everything. I'd assume they inherit your shops and things. So each generation is going to be stronger than the previous one. That's what it says. That's what it said in my contract. So that's what I am assuming. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. On the Discord channel, as far that I've seen that anybody has posted about is that they are on their second generation. So I'm sure those are people that have, they're playing pretty heavy duty. They're playing a lot of hours because you can't, I guess you could skip, go to Fairweather and trade it Fairweather for gifts and things. And you would be skipping ahead quite a bit. But if you're not doing that, pumpkin seed, yes. If you're not doing that, then you are going through each season, which has 2 full weeks, 14 days. And you can see how long it takes to go through 14 days. For a frame of reference, each hour in game is 1 minute in real life. So you can kind of judge how long it takes you to play. You can see, I love this area right here of your farm. There's so many weeds to cut down right here, and you can get so many seeds. So I'm taking extra time. I am going to get a little tiny bit of sleep. Your game does automatically save at 6 a.m. I saw a little fish over here, which I hadn't remembered seeing one before. I thought, ooh, that's interesting. Where did it go? I want that fish. And there's a number of them in here. So I thought, oh, cool. This is where you wake up at the beginning of the game. You apparently were taking a nap, and this is where you wake up and you start your tutorial with your sibling waking you up and saying, hey, come over here. So I thought this was interesting. I had never seen fish in here before. And obviously they don't want to be caught. Thank you. And it's a pike. So, okay, cool. And a 3-star one, no less. My fishing skill is going up. Another 3-star pike. So I was very happy about that. So I want another one because I think there were 3 fish in here. I'm pretty sure. So anyway, what I started to say about your game saving there, 6 a.m., your game just automatically saves. And so technically you never have to go to sleep if you don't want to. But, and also this field right here that I cleared, it is full again. It completely refilled itself. I was like, oh, cool. Go to sleep? What the heck? I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to get all these seeds again. So again, I'm just loading myself up with seeds so that when I'm ready to plant, I can plant what I want to plant. So again, it's 6 a.m., which is the more everything's refilled. The fish pond has refilled itself, and it's like, come on, fishies. I want to get all of you pond lurkers. So I'm really glad to see that it auto-saved. I don't think people knew that for a while, that your game will auto-save like that when you're not sleeping. So that's kind of a cool feature, but keep in mind that it doesn't save at the other times. Now I do think, I did notice that when I came out of one of the battle areas, I think in a previous episode, I'm pretty sure that it saved when I came out of that battle area. So, and I believe it saves over this save. Here's one complaint, I guess, if you want to call it that people have said, is that they wish that you could have multiple saves so you can save at different places, because you can't. This game auto saves at 6 a.m. in the morning, and if something happened, like I had to shut my game down before, let's say I went through 3/4 of a way through a day and I had to shut my computer down for whatever reason, or shut the game down, it won't save. So that's kind of a downer, and a lot of people don't like that, and I don't know if it's going to be changed. I haven't read anything about it. It's like, you've got to finish the day. I got you there, pond lurker. You got to finish your day and let it save at 6 a.m. So to me, it's a time thing. I got to kind of watch. I wanted to see if I had enough fish to give him any more. It looks like I don't have any of those. And let's check this one. I do. He wants 2-star or higher, and I had a couple more of those. And I think I have the river trout. I think I've got some more river trouts. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we do. So I like to come in here periodically because I don't want to accidentally sell them. And those are silver scales. We don't have any of those yet, so just keeping an eye on things. So anyway, it's something for your time management. It's like if I have time to play, I want to make sure I have time to play an entire day so that I can get to the save point. And for my recording purposes too, I want to try to make sure that I'm coming to a good place that I'm able to save. So I like to save, and to when I'm recording something for you guys, I want to save at a point where I'm going to be able to shut it down and show you the very next thing, the very next morning when I wake up. I've seen some other people that haven't done it that way, and when they took it back off, it looks like I missed something. It's like I missed a day, or I was really confused. So what I'm trying to do for you guys is show you my entire play. I'm not skipping anything. I'm not doing stuff when you're not going to be seeing it. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's me. And so we're going to give our pig. Where is it? Where's our fertilizer pig? Sometimes that happens, and I don't know why. When I give him one of those dandelions and he doesn't give me the poo. Don't know why. So we've got some fruits and vegetables and some mail. Let's check I wasn't trying to shoot the mailbox. So because our relationship went up with Toby Jug, he sent us a present. And it's a proverb, so that's cool. They send you all kinds of things as your relationship goes up. And trying to make sure that I use my slingshot to get the fruits that are on, and the fruits that I'm trying to gather. It's like it increases that skill, but there's supposedly increases other things too. So you can see, look at all these seeds that I have in my pack now. Oh my gosh. And that's all from basically running around and hitting weeds. It's awesome. I got all kinds. So we're going to plant some of these. Now, I try to plant the same thing all together. And you have to, some things have to be watered regularly. Some things you don't have to water more than like today. And so I don't know what that was. So again, it tells you, if you can tell when things have to be watered multiple times. There's nothing growing there, so I hadn't scooted down far enough. And then other things you water, and then that's it, and you leave them. And so the wonderful thing about this watering can is you never have to fill it. I love it. I love it that you don't have to refill that watering can. It's a magical, perpetually full watering can. So again, I'm trying to keep my things together on what I planted. I don't know if I'm doing that or not. I think I am. Like, here's some carrots. So again, we're getting started on our gardening and our farming. So there is a place that you can stand, and I haven't figured out where it is for sure, where you can water all 4 plots at one time. And I haven't figured out where it is. I just know that it exists. And obviously those have been watered already. I'm going to be working on it. We're going to work on that particular skill, the watering skill. To make things go faster. I love rainy days because you don't have to water anything. It's awesome. Let's see if I can hit the spot this time. Nope. And these things don't have to be watered anyway. So keep planting away. I've got you. One thing I wanted to mention about the gardening spots, in case you haven't seen this before, is you cannot move them. They are pre-done. You cannot move them, and that's okay. You've got your spots here, and these will forever be your gardening spots. One thing that I wanted to mention about this is called a farming simulation RPG. And I don't know. To me, I guess that's a pretty broad definition, because farming is such a small part of this game. It's part of it for sure. I've got a farm here, and I get a gardening skill that I can work on. And, there's all kinds of pieces to it, but I just don't see why that it's necessarily called that. It is so much more. But I guess if I had to, put it in one sentence, I guess that's the best sentence, but I think it does the game a disservice calling it that. Oh my gosh, look at this field again. It's like, look at all of this. Oh, okay. So now I'm obsessed with my current blessing. I suppose at some point I should stop picking it because it does distract me a lot. But at the same time, you know, people want things. You need stuff for cooking. And this is a free way to get all these seeds. And you can see that these are, you know, wheat seeds. It's off season for that. Sunflower seeds. I mean, there's just, I've seen all variety of anything I've been able to purchase anywhere else. And so to me, it was a really great blessing to have. So I loved it. And it's almost it's almost an obsession. It's hard for me to go anywhere because I see all of these weeds that need to be chopped down because I know I'm going to get seeds. So anyway, that's just me being weird and penny pincher me, because I really want to hit that 500 brass mark as soon as possible so I can purchase a store. And if you haven't seen an episode before and you don't know anything about the game, you can be a store owner. And there are 4, I think, different ones. There's a blacksmith, an apothecary, a general store. I guess there's only 3 that you can currently purchase. And in this first town of Counterwich, you can purchase any of those 3 stores for 500 brass. So that's going to be my first monetary goal, is to be able to be a store owner. So that's important to me. You get reputation being a store owner. And look, I can plant more seeds. How cool is that? So you can get reputation being a store owner. You can man your own store, or you can hire employees to work your store for you. And I absolutely love that mechanism. And when I played with it before, I had a store and it did very well right off the bat. So most likely that's what I'm going to be doing again. And again, I'm trying to see, what do I have 2 of? I'm going to come over here and plant them. And the more we have, the better. I don't have to go find them elsewhere. So again, this is for cooking and for gifting and all kinds of things. They have all kinds of purposes. And I don't mind spending the time doing it and let everything grow. Maybe I'll have a rainy day and I'll have to water them again. There's big plots down below. They're easy to miss. As you can see, I've got 2 different ones that I can't plant, or 3 different ones I can't plant right now. So that's okay. The season will come when we can. I'm really glad that we're getting them now because then I can save them up and have a whole bunch of stuff. Like there's 36 of one particular one. I don't know what that is. It's probably wheat that I can plant all at the same time. So very, very cool. Obviously, I got different ones planted here. It's like, okay. It's like, leave the farm. It's already 4 o'clock. Oh, but then it's like, oh. I really should make myself stop. I should make myself only go to one place to go. The radish seed. I should make myself go to one place, but I'm having a hard time doing that because it's like total distraction. Apparently, it's traveling market day. What has he got? He's got seeds that I don't need. Hello. Pork chops, though. I'm going to get some pork chops and some chicken. Those are cooking items, and people want them, and flour. So those are things that I will pick up when I see them until I can get them myself. Oops, here I go again. So I went ahead and picked those up for future use. And you can only get them certain times, certain places. So, you know, to me it makes sense to go ahead and pick them up, especially flour. I can't do my own wheat and make my own flour yet. So it makes sense to pick it up and kind of have it in storage, because it would really be a bummer if someone wanted something and I couldn't make it because I didn't have any flour. I've seen that happen. So not going to let that happen to me. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the flour when I see it for now until I can make my own. So again, I like being self-sufficient, but this game, so far, I can't be super self-sufficient, meaning I can't make or craft everything I want. Still picking up those dandelions because I want to keep feeding them to my pig. And you can also, if I keep forgetting this, you can put them in the brownie bowl. It makes no difference what you put in that brownie bowl. The goddess offerings, it does make a difference, but the brownie bowl, it does not. Again, I'm checking here to see what do I have that I can sell. And looking at my fish again, and like, I'm so very, very careful about that. Again, you don't just have to sell fish, but that's what I'm focusing on. I do not want to sell my herbs or my foods or anything like that. Again, I'm over checking myself because I'm so worried. It's like, okay. And see, if I just thought about it, I would realize that I didn't have any salmon. I've already done the green ones, whatever those are. So I know that I already gave what I needed to give. So it's like, okay, I can sell any river trout. Sorry, I keep checking, but I'm just obsessive about not selling what I need, not selling what I do need to give to Twig. Cointail wasn't one of those things on the list at all, and I keep forgetting I can sell the cointail. I can also sell all this river trout because I've already given him all of the river trout that I needed. Awesome. This drop has 25 brass, so I can sell up to 25 brass worth of fish. I didn't even realize I only have one. It's okay. Pond lurkers, don't need them. I can sell all that I have. I had 8 of those, I think, of that particular quality. When you come in here, you have to do each quality one at a time. So I have 9 of these 3-star ones, and you can see there's still just one. And they store had exactly that amount. So yes, that's 25 brass more in my pocket. And let's see. I'm going to check this board on a regular basis because these tasks that people want, look at that, 26 brass, assuming I have the item. Viola green slime for Teresa Green. I think I have some green slime. I don't know any other use for it. Grave lilac. I think I had some of those. So again, I grab those off of the board and we can run around and give them to people. And you can put them on your that or way. So you can pin them, and it says go to Teresa Green. We're going to go find where Teresa Green is, and my that or way will lead me right to Teresa Green. It's 6 p.m. It's not too awfully late, so I should be able to find a few of these people and turn in these quest items. And for that, I will get reputation, friendship points, and perhaps a little bit of brass. So all good reasons to do those quests. It's like, where's Teresa Green? There's Teresa Green right there. So we can click right on that. Common mons. Oh, good. I had 5 of them. So good. Just what I requested. Thanks. You're very welcome. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the 5 reputation points. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I was thinking, okay, let's see. What else can we turn in real quick? Herbert Lemon. Set the that or way, and it'll take us right to Herbert Lemon. Somebody wanted to talk to me. It's like, what did they, and what do you ask what's happening? And it says a rare fruit and vegetables. Ours is not to reason why. Ours is a rainbow mushroom. So Edna Teapot wants a rainbow mushroom. So I was like, okay, I think I have an extra one. And when you click on it right away, you can click on the gift task right then and give them the item. I have 4, so I was glad to see that I had 4. She only wants a 1-star, so that's what I'll give her. And thank you. You're welcome. 21 friendship points for that. Okay, good. And 5 reputation points. So all in all, a good thing that we stopped and talked to Edna Teapot. And we're still on our quest with the grave lilac. It's like, okay, what time is it? Use my that or way to get me back on track. It's like, where the heck am I going? Going to Herbert Lemon. I don't remember where he's at. Oh, but then there's fish. So again, we're up to 290 brass, and the faster I get to 500, the happier I will be. So, all right, checkered chubs. And it's increasing my fishing skill, which, that's, like I've mentioned numerous times, it's one of my favorite things to do. And I know a lot of people don't like it. I happen to like it. So if I get distracted for a second, I'm going to get distracted for a second. Never know when you're going to catch, because it's different seasons, different weather. You can catch different fish, and my skill is improving. So I don't know when my skill will change and I can get something else that I didn't know I can catch. It's like, okay, I know I saw a fish in here somewhere. All right, thank you. Two 3-star coin tails. Now, wasn't that worth the distraction? I think the answer is yes. In the meantime, Herbert Lemon, where'd he go? He went up here somewhere. And we'll just follow along till we end up at his house, the mailbox, or right at him. All right, that took us to North Gate. We're still in the Vale. So I've seen a lot of people start to, what's the word? They explore really quickly. They open up areas really quickly, and they introduce themselves to people really quickly. Oh my goodness, it's getting so dark I cannot see. I kind of like to stay in the Vale area as much as possible and work on those quests, work on those people, work on those relationships. So when I end up getting too far out and I go like, oh my gosh, this is so far away, I just don't like doing that. I'd like to stay localized. I also have this distraction thing going on with the seeds, which is fine, and fishing, which is fine. But it's just, to me, it makes better sense to focus on a certain area, because otherwise I don't know what I'm doing, because there's so much to do. There is so many people to see. Oh, I guess I'm at Herbert Lemon's house. Hey Herbert, I heard that you wanted some grave lilac. Got you covered, buddy. Little old man. Spot on, he says. Okay, and we got 5 brass for that and 5 reputation points for that. Cool. So, there's so many different things you can focus your energies on. And the cool thing is, you get to decide. So, I'm now on my farm. That was quick. And it's like, oh good, there's stuff I can cut down right here at my farm. That little glowing thing you see up above, if you haven't watched a previous episode, that is your Kynseed. And you plant that and it will keep track of your legacy. For now, you're the only person on it. And it will grow and expand and have more people on it as your family grows and expands. So how cool is that? So I was trying to find my open spots. I knew I had some open spots and I just gathered all these seeds. I can't really see. It's like, all right, I thought I had open spots, and I do. Look at all these beautiful seeds. Put some lettuce down. And you can't hardly see, or I can't hardly see, but it was raining right now, so it's watering these for me. So it's like, yes, thank you for watering those, so I don't have to. So, like I said, I really like rainy days for a lot of reasons, and this is just yet another reason. Let's see, where's something, one of something. Iris. Let's plant that, why not? So everything's watered, everything's happy, everyone's happy. It's 11 p.m. It's not too horribly late. And I should have waited, I'm going to try to make myself wait until morning to feed the brownies so that I don't miss. So I don't know if that counted for the next day or not. So I really want to get in that habit. By the way, I love sleeping in this. You could sleep in any of the 3 beds in the house when you're first an adult. And I like to sleep by the fireplace. No reason other than it feels warm and cozy to wake up to it. So I was right about the brownie bowl. I got to remember to stop putting fruits and vegetables in there. Flower show invitation. You've been cordially invited to participate in Quill's annual flower show. Please bring along your best flowers to compete against the very best of the best. I don't think I'm there yet. I don't think I'm remotely there yet. It's like, okay, put it on my calendar, I guess, but I don't see me doing that at this time because I don't have a high enough flowers to be able to do that. I don't know. We'll see. I saw someone was doing it and watching it, and it's like, okay, they got some stuff for doing it, even though they didn't win. I don't know. Maybe someday. I don't feel like I'm ready for that yet. We'll see. So let's see. I know that one of my tasks was to fill the pig's water trough, and it looks like it's already full. I mean, I tried to fill it and nothing happened. So it looked like I just basically poured it on the ground. So I don't know. I'm not sure about this pig situation. I'm not sure how much it helps to have the fertilizer? I just don't know. I need to find out, really. And I saw my trees had some fruit on them, so I remembered, go ahead and knock the fruit out of the trees with your slingshot. It's increasing my skill, as you can see. I don't know that I'm getting any more higher fruits or vegetables. I don't know what affects that. If you know, tell me. Otherwise, we'll just keep going on and going on and going on. So, awesome. So, doing the morning chores, and that includes cleaning out the fish pond. With the whatever fish are in here. You can catch all kinds of fish in here. I've caught the moonfish, I think they're called. I've caught rainfish, and then our regular common fish. It's like, come on, get on my fishing rod. I got a busy day ahead. It's only 8 o'clock. Come on, little guy. So the ripple thing, it seems to work for some fish and not others. Some fish, it seems to scare them away, which I hate doing that. It's like, okay, he's down there. Maybe I should go down there. If you hit him right on the head, they're on your pole immediately. This guy's being obstinate. Get on the fishing pole. Don't you want to go in my backpack? Apparently he doesn't. Oh, he's a stink pot. Come on, dude. Get on there. Like, okay, let's come down here and cut the weeds. And seeds, seeds, seeds. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for the goddesses for giving us seeds for free. Makes me very happy, as you can see. And that wasn't a pun. That was a total unintended rhyme. Oh my gosh, please don't unsubscribe. Please stay on my subscriber list. Oh my goodness. I'm getting a lot of wheat, which is great. I mean, we could plant a whole field of wheat, and then we can take that wheat and grind it into flour, which we can use for cooking. So awesome on that. There is so much to this game. It can be a little intimidating. I've heard that, and it's true. It can be. But, you know, if you have the mindset that you're going to take it a little at a time and figure out a little at a time, then it's not so daunting. It's relaxing in many respects. And so I really enjoy taking things slow and just kind of enjoying it as I go along. And so that's what I'm trying to do. Just enjoy it a little at a time, learn a little at a time, share with you a little at a time. And so that's kind of what we're doing. There's these notes, Quillian notes number 13, and it just giving you little tips and things as you go along. That was telling you that you can marry most people. And I've talked about this in a previous episode. You can marry anyone in the entire land of Quill except for the master trainers. You can't marry them, but you can marry anyone else, and there are no exceptions. So I don't know. I have a thing about marrying somebody, you know, that's like 1,000 years older than me, and I would have a problem marrying somebody that's super young. So I don't know. It's an interesting mechanism. And look at that. I got 2 rainfish. Yes, thank you so much, goddesses. When I'm looking at the list of the Quillians, when I was looking and will be looking for someone to marry, I'd like to marry someone close to my own age. So there are very limited options for, in my case, I want to marry males. You can marry either males or females. There are limited options. And I don't know why that is. I'm not sure why there aren't, you know, half a dozen people my age that I could marry. I don't know why they don't exist. I'm not sure. The game almost seems to point you towards a certain person if you're looking for a male to marry. So I'm not sure what that is. I finally got that guy. I got him. I was excited because I would like to be able to catch the rainfish. So
again, I'm looking at my skills here. I was like, what else do I need to do? Look at I'm 157 out of 500 for my reputation, and that will get us to go up in levels, which we do by visiting the Grandmasters, which you watch previous episodes, you will see that. So I'm looking at my quests, and I'm kind of getting to the end of what I currently had. I really do not like having my quest log so full that I have to scroll and scroll to get to the ones at the bottom. I just don't like doing that. I like to keep it cleared as much as possible so I could take a quick look by just pulling that up, look at them, and see them right on the screen. So that's how I do it. I know other people just gather everything they possibly can and then go through and do them. I get confused. So I don't want to do it that way. And of course, sidetracked by the weeds that needed me to chop them down so I can find some more seeds. Thought there was one down along there, but I didn't see it. So it's like, quickly. And I did notice that there was a traveling trader today in this village. Sometimes you got to watch that because there will be traveling traders other locations. They will be in other towns, which is fine if that's what you want. But if you looked at that really quickly and you didn't notice that if it didn't say Candlewich Village and it had another town, you would run to Candlewich Village thinking, well, where is he? Well, he might be in a different town. So you kind of have to pay attention to that. It did say he was in Candlewich Village today, in case I wanted to come down here and get anything. And there he is. It's like, okay, what do you got that I want? Pork chops, chicken drumstick, flour, seeds. No, I don't need the seeds. There's some proverbs you can get from them, and there are recipes. That's strawberry pie. So, it's so easy to be spending your money on things at the same time. It's like, I might need that recipe for something. So, eventually I want to get all the recipes. So let's see, what did he want? He wanted 8 leek seeds. I understand Herbert Lemon, but at the same time, I really debated on this one, but I decided to go for it because I'm getting so many seeds. And Inkaboman, Lusta Nadia Effigy in the Festival Green, and a River Trout to Melanie Jug. So I want to take them if I can, if they make sense, if they're not going to be too hard. And I was thinking, do I have any river trouts? I think I have sold them all. So I have to get some more. It's okay. So I'm just kind of going over my list and saying, what do I have? Well, what do I want to sell? What do I have that I can sell that I don't need? And I definitely don't need pond lurkers. So we'll sell all 8 of those. And what else? That's like a more rare one. There's a pike. There's some of them that are a little bit more rare. That firefish thing. It's like, okay, coin tails. I don't need those at all unless I'm going to cook with them. Let's sell them. See how close we can get to our 500. It's going to take a little while, but not too terribly long. And let's see. Those are worth 4 each. Really? Ooh, we need to be selling the coin tail, but the store doesn't have enough money. I wiped them out. So Inkabod wanted to talk with us again, and plus we have a quest item for him, I think. And what's happening? No, he wants, I could use some help getting some grave lilac. So we can accept that quest, because I'm pretty sure we still have some. If we don't, we know where to get it. Many gratitudes. So let's see. We have 2 things. One thing we can give him now, and one we're going to have to go find for him. So, all right. Rare. We did have some. As always, I don't want to be a shopkeeper, when I was a lad, I wanted to be an adventurer. I would leap around with my wooden sword and chop the heads off of deadly dandelions. So it was just unfortunate that one day while I was fighting a bad beast, I was actually attacked by a vicious boogloblin thing. It ran at me yelling, and I was out of there faster than you can pass a prune pie. Oh my goodness. So Inkabod doesn't want to be a stoner. Oh, so that put an end to my dreams, that, huh? 21 friendship points for finishing that quest for him. And we're up a heart. So how's that? 10 reputation points. So yes, thank you so much. See you later, you betcha. So that's kind of how that whole process works, and I was very happy to see that one. So we need a river trout. We need to go find in the festival green
that item. And Seedly Dealings, oh, and Herbert wants 8 of those, and I don't know how many I have. So I'm going to go find that Nada effigy. And so Festival Green, we are right above it. So it's just south of us on the map. So we can pop down there and hopefully find that daggone thing and work on our relationship with Inkabod Moon. So one person at a time, one quest at a time. And as I've mentioned, I'm working on money and opening up a shop and working on these relationships. And in that, it's going to increase my level. You can see there I'm a fledgling. I'm in no great hurry to increase that. I'm just happy that it's increasing all on its own just by me doing the things that I'm doing. So I'm looking around trying to find, oh, we found a proverb. Awesome. So while we're looking around, we're finding other things. So cool. I don't know where he would have dropped this thing. Sometimes they're a little bit hard to see things that you're looking for, which is another reason why I kind of hit the weeds over here. And it's like, because sometimes things can be kind of hidden in the weeds. So that's why I'm knocking the weeds and getting free seeds in the process. I'm trying to make sure that I don't not see this thing we're looking for, some kind of an effigy. Sometimes that little thing, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of little creature. It looks like it's something important, but then it's not what I'm looking for. I thought that was the effigy, but it wasn't. It was that little creature that buries itself and seems to follow us all over the land. So if I haven't mentioned before, pick up everything you can pick up. If it has a little arrow thing on it, pick it up. A little orange arrow on it, because you are going to need it at some point. And you have an unlimited carrying capacity, or unlimited backpack, whatever it is, which is kind of cool. You don't have to worry about inventory. It's all there. So I like that. I used to not think that was cool, but I think it is. What's that? Is that nothing? That's nothing, I guess. Ugh. Still haven't found what I need. But I like the inventory system. It's a little bit different than I'm used to. I'm used to having limited inventory. Just about every game I've ever played had a limited inventory. So this one's different, and I'm getting used to it. It's like, okay, where the heck is it? Festival Green somewhere. It's getting 6 p.m. It's getting a little bit dark, which for this particular quest, not so good. Because it won't be blinking or anything saying here it is. You just have to keep looking around for something on the ground. Generally they're brown or red or whatever color, and it's so tiny. So it's kind of one that we need to do during the day. It's like, okay, wait, no, that was a bird. So really I should have been a little bit more methodical about it. Left, right, up, down. These are seats to sit in. Come on, Inkabod, where did you drop this thing? So, just kind of going back and forth in the meantime. We've got a whole bunch of seeds. We've got some flowers we picked up. Bloodfew and primrose and all kinds of things that we will need. Wow. I'm not seeing this thing. It's getting dark, 7 p.m. Squirrel, literally. Cute little things. I love squirrels in games. And while they're cute in life, they destroy my deck and get into my bird food, so I don't like them so much. I used to feed my squirrels separately so they'd stay out of my bird food, but I don't have a place that needs that anymore. So I'm not finding it. So I don't know what to do. And I hit my that way. And when you're looking for something like that in the world, it'll lead you to the area, the town or whatever, but it doesn't say it's right here. It doesn't do that. So I know I'm in the right town, the right area, region. I don't know what they call these towns, but it's not going to point it out. It says you got to search. You got to look yourself. So I don't know if we're going to find it today. We may have to come back. I know I've already searched over here. It's like, okay, while I'm here and while it's dark, it's like, okay, there's an area over there I haven't been to. I see a mapstone. That's curious. Found a river trout. Cool. I needed that. Fishy outcome. Melanie Judd. Jug? Jug. Melanie Jug. It's so dark I can't see. I'm trying to get on that other side over there. And it's like, all right, I can't see to even get over there. How sad is that? Because I saw up north here a mapstone right there. I have not clicked on that yet. So the whole region is now mapped out. Yay, me. Oh my gosh. It's like, okay, let's try to get the right tool. I can't tell you how many times I swing my fishing rod at things when I don't intend to. So we know he had not been over in this area on this side, but I'm not seeing the effigy. It's just getting too dark to see. It's like, okay, he may have to wait another day. I kind of wanted to get these river trout since I don't have any more. I sold all mine. So there's a thin line between selling things that you may want to give to other people and desperately wanting to get money by selling things. It's like a catch-22. What do I do? I suppose the moral of the story is hang on to one of something. That way you've got something in case someone wants something. Some of these areas, like what I was just at, there's secret hidden paths that you can't hardly see. So it's kind of was looking for, pushing my character up into that, saying, is there a pathway I'm not seeing? And I'm looking at, oh my gosh, it's 11 p.m. And if I reset Melanie Judd, or yeah, Judd, Melanie Judd. So I think her home is right up this way somewhere. It's right there. And she's probably, oh, here, I think she's right there. So I can give it to her. No, it's something you need. You told me so. Fishy outcome, river trout. There you go. You're very welcome. Thanks. Spot on. 9 brass. Thank you very much. And 500 reputation points. So all in all, a very good thing. So we're over 300 brass now. We have 200 to go for our first monetary goal of buying a shop. We will get there. Between everything that we're doing, it's all planning ahead. It's like you saw me get my weed whacker. You want to call it a weed whacker. Supposedly, and I've not done this yet, but I'm not very good at reminding myself, you're supposed to be harvesting with that thing too. So I need to remember to do that. Man, it is so dark. Ugh, I keep giving up blueberries. What's the matter with me? And it's like, okay, let's go to bed. And with that, we are going to end this episode. If you had not done so, please subscribe to my channel. It lets YouTube like me better, and it lets me know I'm doing something that other people find valuable. But the most important thing is I want you to have a wonderful rest of your day.